Thanks so much on him. I got to be honest, it's not looking good.
Can you guys hear me and not see me right now? Is that accurate?
I can see you and hear you.
Yes, the same.
Correct.
They're down 11 now.
Oh man.
Is Mrs. Tree joining? Is Mrs. Tree joining?
What's that?
Is your girl joining? The
Yeah,
wife?
yeah.
Okay.
She's eating real quick, but she's right here.
Need one more second, guys. Putting in a couple of finishing touches here.
Yeah. Do they have their own like proprietary tool, or do they have you using like a C, something in this?
Okay.
Yeah. If you ever want to pick somebody's brain about that, Polyak is a really good person to do that. A lot of his work involves like using, you know what I mean, networking channels and stuff like that. Really, that's the main scope of it.
Billy, did you touch the button?
No, I did that. I did that on purpose. I'm eating ramen like Goku right now, so I'm not, I'm not trying to be rude.
Excellent.
Right, right. But I mean, this is just because it's all abstracted, right? For the same reason they use a GUI is the same reason they use their own API, right? Like coding is getting further away from coding as time goes on because they're really trying to, remove any sort of nicheness at all. Yeah, they're really trying to leverage they're trying to make Henry Ford proud with coding. No, I didn't realize that. I mean, I'm not. I bet you everybody's going to do it, right? Like it's the way to do it. Right. It's all right where you keep the log. Yeah, yeah. You're doing God's work, brother. Jesse would probably be mad at me if he heard me say that. Right? Coin flip.
Listen, guys got to eat.
I needed this soup in me. I needed like some not PBR nutrients that I can then wash down with a PBR.
That is nutrients. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Beer is great. Beer is good.
Be right back on audio, guys.
You know,
That is beer. You know that, right? A very weird thing though with my bush apple. Tastes fine in the can, right? But when I put it in a glass, it tastes weird.
100% agree with you. I tried they actually make bottles of PBR in like really, really hipster settings. You can find a 6-pack. Tastes like dog shit in comparison.
Like, I'm not trying to get bloated. There is a difference. When I in okay, so in my can, I taste a lot more apple, right? In the glass, I don't. I feel like I taste more hops than anything because it's bitter. It's not sweet.
You know what you can try doing with those mugs? I used to have a couple of them, and I would just keep them in the freezer and rotate them out for the drinks. And I do think it helps with certain alcohols to have that real cold.
I will agree. Like, I can only drink Budweiser really cold. I cannot drink it, like cool. It has to be like really like ice cold.
You know what it all just tastes like to me? Is the fucking ethyl alcohol that's in it. Can't taste anything.
That's me with liquor. I can't taste anything but alcohol. But beer, I taste a difference.
It's just liquid bread. Disgusting liquid bread.
All right, not sure what's going on with Nesker, but I'm guessing Kit Kat is still asleep. So we will just move them up there, and we'll have the 5 for tonight. So welcome back to Fairweather. You guys find yourselves in the Temple of Monitar on quest to assist Agos Basque in clearing his name for signs of treason, and he has pledged aid to you. You're not sure quite in what form, if you're able to do so. but he believes he will be able to help you with the undead issues that you are all facing recent. Well, most of you are facing of recent. You all made a stop over to Vichy's Bazaar, where you asked a lot more questions than you made purchases. But Saphira did decide to buy some of the druidic dew vials, whose effect is still yet unknown.
Mountain water. Hmm. That
So
no,
you've no, go ahead. Sorry.
no. I was just gonna say that might taste like PBR.
About right. Yeah. So you find yourselves in the main atrium, having descended the stairs, with a golden statue that you discovered how the fire was lit and the mechanism by which it is functioning. But no further exploration done yet, and we'll pick it up there.
Okay. Fueled statue. Right, because it shot fire or whatever when you pulled the. Oh.
It's like a starting, yeah. If only Naskura was here with us. Perhaps he could have made an explosive device.
Hmm.
Does anyone have a passive perception above 15? Caitlin definitely does. Nope, not 15. Above 15. Oh, okay. So Zalfir and Kikat, even though they're not here, and Caitlin would see that the statue, the eyes of it are glowing and seem to be tracking movement. It's a very faint glow that you can barely see behind the flames that are wisping in the pan in front of its face.
Hmm.
Olim tries to hide.
And at the southern side of the room that you're in, you see a door, just a very typical door. Made of wood, standard hinges.
I'd like to open that door.
Yeah. Statue.
Thusly so, some sparks, kind of like Jubilee from X-Men, fly forth from your hands in front of the face as Olymp opens the door. And as you peer through the new opening, the room that lays in front of you, you see some floor-standing candelabras that are illuminating the chamber. And on the ground, you see a faded and worn, as if it's been used quite heavily, runic symbol on the floor.
Yes, Elfir, an apt tactic for blinding our foes. You're like in a wall.
I don't like this.
I don't even know how you did that because I made sure everything was intersecting like massively. Way to break it, Zolfir.
Another one of these rune things, huh?
passively, the southern door, is that like some sort of barrier aura or some sort of aura around that door?
It's just a faint glow that's coming from around the open seams from the door. You can't really make out what it is. The doors to either side of you just appear to be normal doors again, leading off to different parts of the temple. But all of you would be able to hear very slight, uh, not commotion, but some noise coming from beyond the southern door, as if there are people or figures there.
Hasn't been remodeled in a long time, huh?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I'd like to provide the help action to Zalfir by way of kind of leveraging druidic, like sensing the natural energies in like a different flavor than maybe Zalfir's specialty is.
All right. Not much in the way of
Oh, you didn't need it.
natural flavors here. Uh, being a constructed temple for a god, no, not even closely linked to nature itself, but with Zolfir's just general knowledge of the magics and the weave around him, he would be able to tell that there is some sort of channeled energies going on throughout the entire temple. But that's not necessarily uh, atypical of such a construction as this.
Grunt, did you hear that? Can I listen through the door to try to better ascertain the noises coming through?
Yeah, please, by all means, go ahead, give me a perception check.
It sounds like noises.
It does sound like noises, but being a temple, though you may not necessarily be overly familiar with temple life, you would be able to guess that there's some sort of sermon happening on the other side of the door.
Hmm. Um. Sounds like a sermon. um. Before we do that, I still remember how what was the guy's name we're helping? I need to write this shit down.
Agos.
Bagos. I remember how he kind of looks, right?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
About to see a ballsy. I'm so glad this is gonna happen.
I'm gonna. I don't want to look exactly like his wardrobe. But I want to make it similar to him. Um, but I want to make my face, like all my mask and everything, go away. Yeah, I want to do something similar to that. Um, and then have a regular orc face, not like, you know, how it's changed. I want a
It's like
regular
you're
half orc
making
face.
yourself a member of their
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
order. Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
No,
I'm
that
gonna use
makes
those.
perfect sense.
And then I want to try and attempt to go alone because I don't want them to get riled up. Everybody's on edge. So, I'm gonna talk to the party. What should my name be, just in case they ask?
Whip pip.
Oh
Stephen
God.
Quitquip.
Oh, all right. Stephen Pipwhip it is. Are you okay with that, Zephyr? I know you get a little antsy when you hear that. Who says you can't be a pipwhip in orc? We haven't seen all the pipwhips. There's many of them. Hey, they could be a disguise themselves. They could be orcs just disguised as humans.
In the end, the Pip-Pips were just the friends we made along the way.
The Pip-Whips were us the whole time.
And Zephyr didn't like us. Ugh. Steven. Hmm. Steven Nightborn.
Would you like a javelin, Frecule?
Mm-mm. I,
Oh,
I got a book. I'm disguising it as like one of their kind of like the temple, the dwarven temple, because I've seen it. Kind of like it, but a little bit more fancier. So,
yes, I understand. Impressive. You aim to kill them with this book.
if need be,
Ah,
okay. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna attempt to open that door to the south.
Thusly, it does open.
Krauts, hide.
As you try to enter the temple, you feel yourself pressing against a barrier, almost like it's a net that's caught you. You can see in front of you in the chamber lines of pews with many, many humans all seated, seemingly in a trance, their heads kind of bobbing, their hands held to the sky in reverence. And at the far southern side of the chamber, by the main dais, you see what appears to be a ghost basque.
All right, with that barrier coming up, I'm gonna instantly go invisible, just in case.
It appears that we have guests among us. Oh, but they are tricky ones. I suppose we will need to accelerate our plans then. Are you staying in that spot invisible?
I want to attempt to move through it though. I don't know how, but I'm gonna attempt. I don't think I can. I don't think I have
Okay.
anything.
Give me an Arcana check at disadvantage.
You know.
Um, yeah, as far as you're aware, you think you can push through it. So go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay. Wow. +5 and it's a 9.
Would be just a strength check, so it's actually
Oh, just strength. My bad. Sorry.
yeah. So as you go to push through, you can feel your hand more and more seeking resistance through this barrier, caught on a net as it uh, was. And then finally, as you feel like you're going to break through, you are repulsed back, pushed back about 10 feet into the room.
It always happens in Poppa's places. All right, so I'm gonna come back to the party. I don't think they can see me right now, but I'm gonna close that door. Yeah, they do. Mm, Definitely not. It kind of reminds me of Rin's school and stuff. Sounds like the Chamberlain got to him. can't get through, so I had to come back. There's a barrier about the door.
Everybody give me a perception check.
You said perception?
That's correct.
I perceive nothing.
It's what we get for having a side conversation. We should have been perceiving.
All of you see that the door to the chamber closes, but Caitlin, you catch just a slight view right as the door slams of the humans that were in the pews stand and begin to start convulsing as Agos goes into a more fervent sermon and prayer.
I'll share that to the party.
Oh, your mic sounds a lot better this week. Also, hello.
Hi.
Good.
She's got her AirPod Pros in, not my raggedy ones.
Makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Olymp will raise the Banner Clan spear up and just say, "Fuck your wards and your shitty gods," and cast a 3rd level Dispel Magic
Mm.
at the what the effect that we can see is what I'm trying to target.
The glow
Yes.
is from the torches. The door is blocking all. There's no way for me to hide that graphic, I'm afraid. Yeah, the door closing blocks your sight to the given effect.
Then I'll target just like the threshold there, the threshold of the door.
Before you do that, actually, sorry, Olymp, you do not need to see it. Just needs to be within range.
Right. Yeah.
So that's on me. Go ahead and roll the ability check with your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, that's not bad. So 10 plus my mod, which is 3, so 13.
You rolled a 10?
Yes, I rolled a 10
Okay.
on a 20.
So what does your dispel magic look like?
It sounds like the barking of just like hungry dogs echo out, kind of, instead of like the sound of a staff hitting the floor, it sounded like a hungry bark, and it just shattered it.
So just so you slam your staff into the ground and the air is filled with this noise of barking dogs. It sounds like they charge in and through the door and then they fall silent. Are you still having me bag go to the door? He pulls on the handle and the door doesn't move. He pushes on the handle and the door doesn't move.
It's always something.
Go ahead, give me an investigation check.
I think we should just try the other doors.
So as you instruct Meatbag to look around for switches and you go looking for yourself, you accidentally bump into one of the candelabras with some embers that fall onto your robe, catching a little fire that you need to pat out, distracting you from your task.
Zephyr, you're on fire.
You're not supposed to do that, Zephyr.
Go ahead and roll me another investigation check.
Oof.
Looking over them, they appear to just be standard ironwork candelabros with some candles of ever burning that have been placed in the holders.
Bop it.
It is not anchored to the floor. You're able to move it about. You'll forgive me if I'm not going to go through the multiple layers to do so. Correct.
I'm sure there's got to be another entrance to there.
Yeah, there's got to be another entrance into the chapel.
Well, that's
It seems
hearsay.
strange that you were able to open the door.
Yeah, but I wasn't able to go through the barrier. You guys are-
to the chapel and we were gonna make it fun.
You guys really
Sorry.
trying to get me killed, but that's all right. Yeah, I'll open the door. I'm still invisible, so
Invisible, yeah.
I'll attempt to push, and pull the door.
East or west? Or south?
The south door. Sorry.
Same thing as with Meatbag. As you push and pull, the door will not budge.
Yeah, I think they locked it.
You
Or something.
Seagrats, they're afraid of us.
You turn the handle and push the door open.
Oh Lord.
In front of you, you see a short hallway with a lead off to the left and another door straight down the hallway itself. It's a torch.
Zephyr, you don't know what a torch is. No, I'm just messing. We definitely have to be careful of traps, just in case. I mean, they got that barrier. I mean, there's no sense in not having everything trapped, right? If they're scared.
No problem, Frecule. I'm on it. And I will turn into a giant rat, which is a medium creature we discussed last time.
Yes, we did.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. I'll just take that back. Thank you, Zephyr. I quite hate this form.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta be careful. The god of this world does not like us very much. Meatbag, be quiet.
Banging on the walls.
Yep.
Hocus pocus, yes.
Yep.
That was very much intentional. Meatbag walking through the hallway. Thus far, no traps or triggers.
All right. I guess I'll go forward if no one else wants to.
Do you want him to open the door?
Zephyr, what is his name again? He performs quite well. He may know something of the hunt.
Well, he isn't very intelligent. I guess you're right.
All right, stop his movement there.
No.
Oh,
As Meatbag enters the room, you see the room begin to glow with arcane runes.
can I do a history check on those? Have we seen those before?
You can.
Oh wow!
It's going to be one of those nights for you guys.
Yeah.
It might not be such a good night for you guys. It's because you don't have your bard here to inspire you.
That's what it is.
100%.
What's the sound clip from The Simpsons? I'm in danger.
Yep.
Meatbag is able to move through the rune with no seeming effect.
Yes. Yeah. Keyword. Yeah. He's also undead. So I'm gonna walk forward, one step at a time, or 5-foot increments at a time.
Have I really traumatized you guys that badly?
No, we're just trying not to die.
I mean, clearly the rolls aren't on our side.
Invisible.
Yeah, it's because he's out of your. Once you get closer, you can see him.
Yeah, he's still here. Olymp, be
You
careful.
can't see through his senses, so he can only go as far as you can see him.
Frecule, that is a big magic circle on the ground.
What gave you that idea, Olymp?
It's a little scary. I'm not going to lie.
Olymp,
He's a
do not
tired
touch-
boy.
I know Olymp wants to try that circle so bad, but he needs to be careful.
I did not say that this time, Frecule. This is
You
a
were-
big magical.
And I turn into a giant rat.
Yeah, we've been through this before.
And I go out into the circle.
Oh,
Here we go again.
yeah. What's that song? Oh yeah, Cinderella, right? No, is it? Yeah, it's. Zephyr, do not eat him, okay?
I thought I
That's-
had a giant.
You do.
I know. I didn't. I
You
couldn't. I
do.
can't find. Oh, it is there. Okay. That's like the best picture of a cat.
There he is.
Okay, so, yeah, Olymp, you walk through the circle and you don't feel any effects.
You guys see kind of like a rat, like a quarter the size of a man, kind of go like.
Oh,
Actually, I can give you a thumbs up. I think.
you can
I
wave.
don't know. Yeah, I
can
could.
wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, little tiny rat, thumbs up.
Yeah.
No, a little giant rat. Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
His thumb is abnormally big. Okay. Could that be? Isn't Olymp part undead, right?
Oh yeah.
Meatbag is undead? Meatbag is undead. I'm the only one. Wait. We're all undead, right? Well,
Caitlin is
Oh,
not.
yeah, except for Caitlin.
yeah.
Are
Frank,
you
you are
undead?
technically not undead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
gonna say.
I'm not trying it though. I'm not. I'm not
Remember
gonna.
what happened the last time? It'll be
Yeah.
fine. Touch the
Yeah.
crystal. It's cocaine.
I'd like to start in.
Oof.
Again, Zephyr, you feel no effects.
Saphira does the same.
Saphira, you feel no effects.
You, you hear echoing in your mind.
This is powerful magic, Zephyr. I don't know if I could perform it more than once more today. I'm not sure if now is the time.
Yeah, it's a just a bedside dresser. Few drawers in it. Candle up top. Go ahead, give me an investigation.
I'm gonna rummage through. Oh, I thought there was another one on the other side. It's just another bed.
There's always good places to look, or like underneath beds, under the mattress.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look underneath the, like, in between the mattress and stuff.
All right, go ahead, give me an investigation check as well, Saphira. Zephyr, you open up the drawers and you see the clothing of temple worshippers in there. Robes, holy symbols of emblazoned suns, a few coins that have just been collected, falling out of pouches. Some scrolls and holy texts in one of the bottom drawers. It's about a half a dozen robes, maybe 3 holy texts, and 7 assorted scrolls.
I would like to suggest, even in my disguise form, he seemed to see through my disguise form. He talked about speeding up the process.
Stealing from a temple, Zephyr?
They don't need it anyways. They have plenty. We don't agree on a
Well,
lot of
I
things.
suppose you have a point there.
I agree with that. But why does this room have a rune in it?
Saphira, with your investigation check, you would have found a small pouch of coins containing 20 gold that was stashed by the last resident of this room.
Stealing from holy people is becoming a reoccurring theme for you, Saphira. You realize this?
I'm gonna look at Zephyr and see if Zephyr is watching me.
Evil.
Saphira puts the coins in their pocket.
Hmm.
Taking a few minutes to read through them. You would realize that most of them are just notes that have been taken about holy studies. However, one of them does appear to have a spell.
I put a spell on you, baby.
Gotta pull up my tools, just a moment.
Tool records. Now you want me to step in the rune?
The scroll has written in a very unusual handwriting, just 2 words at the top that says branding smite.
Hmm. We have to try this for science. Farkua's gonna try and walk in the rune.
As you step onto the rune, you feel no effects.
I hate this shit. Alright. Damn. I'm gonna check on the rug since Ophir asked. I'm gonna check on the rug, see if anything's there.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the request, but go ahead, give me an investigation.
Look under the rug.
I don't think we've ever been this thorough. We're doing really good. Bring on the Tomb of Annihilation, Poppa. We're ready.
There's nothing under the rug, but when you lay it back down, you realize that whoever did inhabit this room at some point was not necessarily the cleanest and decided it was a wonderful idea to just sweep all of the dust under the rug. So as it flaps back down onto the floor, you blow dust into everyone's faces.
Oh man. See, Ophir, this is what happens when you get too thorough. We start sneezing and coughing. For camo, oh man.
Like 101 Dalmatians.
Wait, you're already that color though.
You can barely see in your mind. You can barely see me now. I have used the natural environment to increase my hunting prowess.
Okay, you're using dead human skin or
Zelfir and Olin, as you exit the circle, you feel a tug on your mind.
Fuck.
oh wow. Can I stay here? Alright, you guys go ahead. Yeah, there's always something in it.
There doesn't appear to be any effects. You just feel a presence in the back of your consciousness. Roll me Arcana. You would recognize the flavor of the effect as an enchantment.
Alright, I'll walk out as well.
Poppa, I do have immunity to the charmed condition. Does that change anything about what just happened?
It does not.
I would ask if anybody else feels anything weird as we leave the circle.
Yeah, that was
Are you sure, Zelfir? As I said, I have one last casting.
I think it's best we save it because I really don't know what this is. I mean, I mean, it can only be bad, right? But I don't know. I mean, he does only have one left, and we might need it. I don't think I don't have it.
Grunts, it is no cause for concern, but it did seem as though that man was using some sort of controlling magics on the people in that room.
Could be the same type.
We should be very clever with this hunt, lest we fall under the power of our enemy.
The meatbag clearing squad.
Get to that later. The door swings open, and you all see much the same situation as the previous room. As Meatbag enters the room,
Uh-oh. Yep, another
with a
one.
limp, another magic circle appears in the ground.
Oh.
Thumbs down. Big thumbs down.
Oh man, I'm not going back. I'm not going in there. No condition is
Uh,
going on meatbag though, right?
No, Meatbag is also affected. If I haven't
Okay,
marked
alright.
him, that's my error.
Oh no, I just wanted to make sure.
Does Meatbag have a mind to be tugged on?
Mind enough.
Huh.
So I guess since I'm already in here, I'm the only one who triggered this one, and there's not like a fireball coming at me. I'll investigate then. Like rifle through the drawers and stuff like that.
Before you can do that, as you continue walking into the circle, you can feel the pull on your mind again, harder this time. Can you please give me a wisdom saving throw?
Mm.
Excellent. Continue as you were. You said you're doing an investigation?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me that roll. With your little rat feet, you're not really able to open the drawers very well. You can only crack them slightly, not really see into them very well. You can.
I'm a giant rat. Giant dimes
Yeah.
are quite larger.
But you can see under the beds quite well, and besides being a little dusty, you see a little silver glint of a blade hiding underneath one of the beds.
Yeah, so I'd just like to my luck today, this is a curse blade, but I'd like to try to just like drag it out and bring it out to the party.
You're able to do so.
Party wide.
I found an instrument of death.
Why are you touching it?
Don't worry, I don't think it's cursed.
You don't think?
I'm mostly totally sure. Kind of.
So what kind of is it a dagger, a sword?
It is a dagger. Yes. slight embellishments, a little curve to the tip of the blade. The handle has a pommel on it that again has a holy symbol of an emblazoned sun. It almost looks to be a ritualistic implement more so than a weapon of death.
Does anyone have a length of cord handy?
I do have some rope.
Frecule, would you tie this to my head?
The dagger?
Yes, so that it is point forward, like a narwhal.
Okay, so it's kind of like the squirrel with the gun situation. All right.
What is a narwhal?
You know nothing of the hunt, Grunts. Majestic sea creatures with great tusks from the head. When you eat them and split the skull, it actually becomes apparent it's a tooth. Yes.
Zephyr, I think he's gone mad.
Well, I don't know how he's a rat. I mean, what do you expect?
A rat explaining narwhals.
All right, well, I'll help you with the rope, and hopefully I don't tie it too tight so it doesn't choke you to death. But I'm gonna try and tie it in so it's pointed towards me, so don't hit me.
Yes,
Lord
yes, so
knows
that
he
I
can't
could make a ramming
afford to
attack,
lose the
Frecule.
oxygen.
Freck and Olymp, please give yourself inspiration.
I'm gonna use that to make a ramming attack. I'll tell you what. Dude, I just made this giant rat. Like,
Pretty big
he's a
rat.
medium creature.
If you do make an attack while you have this dagger tied to your head, you can substitute one of your attacks for a dagger attack.
That's really smart.
You do find another living quarters, 2 beds, a multiple drawer dresser, 2 plain chairs, and an area rug.
Party wide.
Grunts, when I stepped on the second circle, I felt the presence grow stronger. We may want to alternate if we step on them.
The pulling on your mind was not the same, Olymp. It was different from what you felt previously, but it was still a tugging on your mind, a psychic effect of some sort. And again, as Meatbag enters, their rune glows on the floor. He does so.
Oh Lord.
Meatbag begins as dexterously as he can, heaping up all of the items in the drawers into his arms, and then slowly trotting back over to you. And it's much the same as you've seen previously. Multiple garbs of temple vestments and just general clothing. He does so.
You talking about the tug? Talking about the tugging?
Give me a flat Arcana. No advantage, just flat. All right. Well, it's difficult because of the magic in general that's surrounding you, the holy feeling that you're getting from everything. You're able to feel twists and pulls in the weave, and the enchantment magics are located in the rooms that you've previously explored. The room to your south, there appears to be another type of magic that you're not very familiar with, and then you can tell the main chamber where the protective magics are close by to your left.
Okay. I mean, looks like before we go down, shall we go back towards the east, or should we just continue?
Open the southern door for me.
Oh, that's right. I always forget about.
I think we should check the southern room.
Paul's buffering so hard right now.
Yeah, it is.
I can't like I have.
All right. The door slides open into the wall. It's a pocket door, and you can see in the room below you, etched into the floor, runes similar to those that you saw in the previous rooms, but they appear to just be etchings in the floor. Can you read Celestial? If anyone can read Celestial, let me know. Otherwise,
No.
no, they are indecipherable to me. As you enter the room, you see another one of the golden statues holding a fire in an alcove on the western side.
Olymp, what are you doing?
I meant to stab someone, but I fear there is no one in this room.
There's nothing happening. He can feel the etchings in the stone beneath his claws as he scrapes across the floor. But other than that, there's nothing occurring.
And that's a door to the right hand side there.
That's correct.
Okay.
Roll me perception.
That's a good question. I didn't even think about that.
Holy shit.
I fear that something's not right about that one.
Yeah, no, you're rolling advantage on everything, it seems.
There's no way that there's no way you just wave away a
From
42.
what?
It should 18 plus 6 is what it should. Okay.
Yeah, you have something set somewhere, I think, for multiple rules, maybe from Kyle's campaign that's just carried over. But no, it's been over a year since then. Anyway, with your 24, you don't see any eyes on the statue this time, but you do notice that the nose is slightly off tilt, as if it's been rotated.
Are you gonna communicate that? Turn the nose.
You're able to turn the nose and it seats in position. Nothing else happens. With that high of a perception, you would realize in turning it that it would turn the opposite direction as well. It appears to be some sort of mechanism. Hold on just a moment. Freck, did you bring enough for the rest of the class?
You know that's literally Papa's favorite treat, you fuck.
I got a whole freezer full, man. I'm sorry. I can mail it to you. It might not
All
be
right,
broke.
we'll be down in like 10 minutes. So yeah, as you rotate the nose, you hear a grinding of gears and mechanism underneath you, and the statue begins to descend into the floor with a passageway opening behind it.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't expecting that.
I find this decor slightly more on-putting than the rest of this temple.
What about What about the other statue?
So looking about this room, you would see that it's a kitchen of some sort. The floor has been stained with blood, and another arcane rune has been carved, or not carved, but stained into the floor with the blood. The implements on the tables appear to be general cookware and tools, but there is a book on one table, and in the cooking fire, you see a bib that is sitting in the flames.
I'll take the bib out of the fire.
You do so. You pull the bib out of the fire, and what you would normally expect to see of scorched linens or burned leather, the bib is in immaculate condition, albeit very stained with blood.
You said a bib, right? Like a baby bib?
Bib, smock, apron.
Oh, okay.
Bibs aren't just bibs, but yes.
That's the only way I know it. That's just what I'm wondering.
It was a set of brand new Carhartt bibs.
Oh man, you want me to cut eyes in and everything?
No, Frecule. Cover my mouth to dull the sound of my rat breathing.
I think you're the only one that can hear that, but yeah, I'll try it. I'm not gonna walk in that room though. But you're gonna come over here.
Oh, okay. There's maybe food. As I said, this is my favorite room we've been to so far.
Is there any cheese? And I mean, what do rats eat?
That is what the bib looks like.
Oh, that's a bib.
Oh.
You want me to wrap that around your neck or your mouth?
Yes.
I'm gonna like.
Use the straps and attach it.
I'm gonna.
As far as the giant rat goes, it's about human sized.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. You know, like you put like your clothes on a dog and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and do that with a rat. I'm trying to do that. Okay. Try and cover his mouth as well.
It's a bit of a hob job, but Olymp is now wearing the bib.
That is bloody. Does it smell fresh or old?
I feel deadly.
It smells of blood.
Hmm. Does it look like it's dried blood? I know it was in the fire, but
No, it's pretty actively dripping.
okay, so it's fresh. All right. It seems fresh. Well, yeah, it's fresh. It's been exposed to the air.
Oh, Limp, my little friend, you look so threatening.
I feel terrifying. The Gruts of old would be proud.
He feels terrifying. That is great. Wait, where did you go, Limp? Oh, I was about to say, where did you go? I'm
I'm
just
sorry,
imagining.
I was just showing Saphira
Oh,
how
okay.
scary I am.
I got you.
As of right now, it is just a black leather apron that's perpetually covered in blood. But it's clear that this is some sort of magical item.
I'm gonna like look over your shoulder and inspect it as well, but I'm gonna take my mask off.
So the scripting on the front of the book reads the Butcher's Blood Manual. And as you're flipping through, you realize that this is a spell book of sorts. There appear to be recipes and notes taken about anatomy and physical features of many different creatures. But in addition to these things, there are spells that are penned into the margins, uh, incantations that have full dedicated chapters to their execution and casting. I don't believe there are. Let me check the one.
You seem. Does this book seem like it was like used like experiments created these spells?
No, they would be spells that Zelfir would recognize.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I see
There,
these tools.
there is one spell in there that you are quite familiar with, Zelfir, Animate Dead.
I think it does, yeah.
Freckles gonna put his mask back on and walk away. Not that I recognized.
Paul, I linked to you the contents of the book in Discord for whenever you want to take a look at that. There is the door to the south, and there is also the door to the east. He's back in the hall playing with his pile of clothing.
Dang! He's eventually gonna get tired of this. It's like Hocus Pocus all over again. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Doug Jones. So is Meatbag opening the door?
Oh, Lord.
In the hallway before you, you see many scorch marks and a statue at the end of the hall.
Is there like an opening to right here and right here?
You can make out just enough of that first set of alcoves that there are, in fact, some alcoves on the side, but there appears to be some sort of barrier in place that prevents you from going into them. But you can see light coming from them. You conjure your mage hand wherever you like, up to 30 feet from you. Yep, that's fair. What are we doing with the mage hand? Yeah, as it moves through the hallway, it reaches the statue with no effects or spells being put off.
It didn't get exploded.
Yeah, no boom booms. Stop him there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rep. You beautiful soldier, you rest now.
As he reaches the first scorch mark, you hear a very familiar hissing of flames.
Mm-hmm.
As between the alcoves, a beam of fire flies between the two sides, and from the statue at the end of the hallway, a beam of fire flies out. both intersecting hard with Meatbag, and no, he is not surviving that.
Wait. Zephyr, you can identify, can't you? Can you identify that bib? Well, wasn't it in the fire, right? Was it in the fire?
Yeah.
It
Yes,
wasn't fire.
it
Yes.
was in the fire.
Does it seem damaged or anything?
No, it certainly seems to exhibit magical properties, and it makes me far more dangerous when used as a bandana. It would be nice to know its effects.
It could be useful, especially for this. I mean, not. I mean, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Never mind.
Wait, I understand. Oh god, I hate everything about this.
Do not,
I
Owen.
understand what Frecule is
Do
suggesting.
not.
Do
Do
you think
not.
this might be giving me flame retardant powers?
No.
Do not do it. That's a very Olymp idea. I d- yeah, I'm down. And just to be sure, because I don't want him just running down there like an Olymp and dying. I don't want the man to die. Or the rat, whatever you want to call him. Okay, that's fair. And I'll just touch him.
Only push pull lift up to 10 pounds.
Oh, he's definitely not 10 pounds.
No! 10 pounds? You insult me, Zelfir. I am a big rat.
I'm just imagining the rat talking, but it's Olymp mentally.
It's like in your yeah. So instead, you just have like a cloaked narwhal giant rat, like just glaring at you.
Squeak, 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 squeaker.
Yep. His eyes are like squinching and stuff.
So, are you taking the time to identify?
I'm so glad we did that. Yeah, I knew it was
Olymp, you can add that to your inventory at your leisure, sir.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Grunts, this seems to be a mighty weapon. I think I could put it to very good use. However, is there anyone else who is interested? I feel as though most of you are more stabby and piercing.
It doesn't do what we were talking about, though. Yeah.
I
It
am
is.
very scary right now.
Yep.
No, it just smells of leather. Just happens to be dripping with blood at all times.
That's weird. It is.
Wait. I think we can actually. I just figured it out here.
Zelfir, I've gotten so caught up in looking the part of the hunter, I've forgotten about our most basic of abilities. Could you not teleport to the statue?
Hmm. What if that's a pressure plate there or a motion? Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's got to be a way, right? Papa's not gonna not have a way. Hold on. I mean, the book maybe.
Would that make a really big boom?
The gaseous form is actually helium.
Subsequently vaporize you?
A whoosh.
And Zelfir is vaporized.
Gaseous form, great spell though. Got Hagi out of jail.
Or Zelfir, don't you have an invisible servant? Can that thing hover or fly, or does it need to walk?
I don't mind this discussion. Just try to keep it in character.
I was just thinking if I've seen his invisible helper before, and I immediately answered, no, Olymp, you have not seen his invisible helper. No, I promise I have not seen your invisible helper. Okay.
I feel as though I've seen you use other magics to affect things with your mind. Surely, Grutz, it seems as though this is a lot of traps for nothing to be down here.
I agree.
So you twist and weave your hands, utter the incantations, and your unseen servant, known only to you, pops up where you would like it, within 60 feet. It would be able to occupy the same space. The statue is quite tall. So your servant is in fact in the same spot. As any humanoid servant would, yes. I this is really hard to RP. You would be aware that the command was accepted and understood and executed, but nothing happens. Pardon my yawning. Sorry, guys.
It is a shame that Kit got distracted at those butterflies as we were entering. Her eyes would have been very useful.
Saphira is going to try to scale the wall up to the ceiling and see if that sets off anything in the hallway.
I would suggest as well, because she's a new player, that Caitlin think about her goggles that she wears. Kit go ahead and, or not Kit sorry, Saphira, go ahead, give me a acrobatics check. Oh, using Spider Climb. Yes, by all means. You can walk as you see fit.
So I'm gonna walk on the ceiling on all fours and see if I can make it down to the statue or if it triggers anything.
As you enter the hallway, nothing happens. As you reach the first set of alcoves, you can see two braziers, on one in each. You would guess that this is where the fire stemmed from, but no activation. In the second hallway, you see two braziers as well, but the scorch marks seem different with this set. The third set appears to be the most intense set of scorch marks, with debris and rubble all over. Two braziers on either alcove, and now the statue directly in front of you.
Still no effect, I assume.
No effect.
So you said the invisible servant was able to move the nose and nothing happened?
Zelfir would be aware of the servant, but I don't believe he conveyed any of that to any of you.
Oh, would you have conveyed that to us? That you had it twist the nose and nothing happened? Okay. From where I am on the ceiling, how tall are the ceilings? Can I like reach down and see if the arms of the statue move?
You can move freely, relatively freely about the alcove. There's enough room for you to maneuver around the statue.
Okay. Do the arms move?
The arms do not move. You
Uh,
push pull and they are steady in their placement.
okay, well, I'm gonna go back up to the ceiling and start my way back up. I don't know, guys. I tried like moving the arms too, and like nothing happened. So maybe the statue's just normal. But again, it seems really well guarded for being normal.
This is also the first time that the party has ever seen Saphira use this ability.
Mm-hmm. So it is pressurized now.
I'm back onto the ceiling. Oh, no. Can I take its plate away?
Its plate is fastened, but the fire inside of it is something that can be tended. It is.
Okay, so I just touched the lit plate of fire and I didn't get burned?
I mean, you have fire resistance, so no,
Oh.
touching something hot
Oh,
is
yep.
not going to burn you.
I'm gonna use I'll try spitting on it, I guess. Or no, I think I have a water sack thing. A water skin, yeah. I'm gonna dump my water skin on it. Some of it.
You dump your water skin onto the fire, and it does in fact snuff it out.
Didn't the fingers do something on the beginning statue? Right?
History.
I was talking to the party. I didn't know. Oh.
Yes, the fingers actuated the mechanism by which the fire was lit and maintained.
That's what I thought. But I don't think that'll help down there. I mean, I'm gonna yell that to Saphira just to try it, but be careful.
I'll try wiggling the fingers of the statue.
Much like the statue in the first alcove, the fingers do actuate. One of them you hear a clicking sound, and the other you hear a hissing sound.
And probably the same thing.
Is it just not lighting because the plate is still damp?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we've had a nose, right? And then fingers. Does it have toes?
The statues have feet, yes.
Try the toes, Vera.
Are they exposed toes?
The statue's about 10 to 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
Very heavy. It's made out of a gold or cast gold substance that you can see from where you are.
I will subsequently try to rotate the statue.
As you grab onto the statue and begin starting to turn it, please give me a strength check. You push with all of your might, and very, very slowly, the statue begins to turn. It takes you quite a bit of time, but it finally is turned all the way 100, pardon me, 80 degrees.
Wow.
You first, Selfir.
Before you go too far, Zolfir, Saphira, as and everyone, as the statue seats into its new position, you hear a loud click and clunk sound.
Oh man. Or made them worse.
I think I made an oopsie with my lighting layers. Yeah, I made an oopsie.
That was bright as hell.
Yeah, I made an oopsie with my lighting layers. So in this second alcove, I can't take the secret door away. Turning the statue exposed a secret door down this second alcove.
East west.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Is that zombie moving at all? Olymp just rammed it. Now is the
You
time.
you do ram it, but as you're going in, you would see that the skeleton itself is studying a book on the plinth. It is moving. It is an undead, but it is not paying you any mind. And even as your blade pierces into its flesh, it continues its studies on the book on the plinth. It seems of singular mind. As you look at the book and it's flipping pages, you recognize that there are, again, incantations and spells of a very dark nature in this book. Something that would not normally be found in a holy temple.
Wow. Oh
I'm so happy you did.
no. Oh no.
We're fighting an undead lich.
Zelfir, because you are the one that interacted with the book, please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, it does. It's the 9.
It does. You rolled 13 plus 9.
It's because
You have plus 5 in your intelligence and then plus 4 from your proficiency for 9 total. Yeah, it's all right. So as you go to pull the book away, you feel in the back of your mind a whale of psychic energy. Please roll again. Intelligence saving throw, yes. A force acting on you and distracting you,
Wow.
but your mental fortitude being just enough.
he said just enough.
Wow.
If this was a in-person session, there would be a loud clatter. So you're going to take 24 points of psychic damage.
Holy crap. And he passed.
Bro, what fucking book are you holding right now?
Did anything happen to the skeleton when he did that?
The skeleton has locked eyes with Zelfir.
Oh man. Does he look like he's like ready to fight Zelfir, or does he seem like he's charmed or something?
The skeleton has just
Yeah.
locked eyes with Zelfir. There's no other action outside of that.
Okay.
From your thing, yes.
What kind of clothing is a skeleton wearing?
Skeleton is wearing typical studious garb, much like the robes from Harry Potter, just without special colors. Yeah, we're going to take a quick 10-minute and come back around 8:30 and see what we can get from there.
All right. Oh wow, my mic was unmuted.
Do 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 do.
I was doing the final countdown.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
So how many secret rooms have we missed?
I know that's a good question in here.
I know Papa's had some other secret rooms before. He's had to have.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really think that in the beginning we missed much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel there was likely any secrets until we came to that crossroad, the trifecta room. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not even talking about here. I'm talking about like the whole campaign.
Oh, fuck. Probably a lot. Probably a couple few.
I tell you what, that man deserves to be paid. He does a great job.
It would be really, really cool. You know, this sounds like a little bit like hokey or whatever, but kind of in future, if future utopia happens and we're all getting paid, like DMing is the type of thing I think it makes sense. Like I picked, it makes sense to me to have DMing be like a profession because, it's a lot of creativity. It's a service that people want, all these things.
Well, I think it's eventually going to get to the point where it's big enough to do that, in my opinion. But I don't know.
They're trying right now. Like there's a couple few websites that are trying to like, link players with quote unquote professional DMs. I just don't think it's gained enough traction. I don't think it's really like a viable way.
Well, I think also too, people don't think of it as a job. It's a game and it's fun. And I think once you make it a job, that takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, I agree. I
But
guess it's just like raiding or anything like that. It's like you gotta want to do it.
yeah, I mean, it's like those. There you got those teams. They're getting paid to do these raids. I don't think it can't be that fun.
No, like the competitive stuff. No, I bet you it's not. I don't
Yeah.
think they do it. They do it for like kind of a dick measuring thing. And
Mhm.
and to be honest, some esports though, there is money. Like there is money in esports. You know what I mean? Like League of
Mhm.
Legends and all this shit. There is real money. That's what I might be wrong. I heard that actually esports is like the fastest or the second fastest growing like sport in the world.
I think it is. I think. Heck, I think it. I think it's like $10 million per spot in the LCS, or it was back in. I think it's up to probably 100 million now.
That's not in our lifetimes we'll see. I bet you we'll see like a esports gaming event have the biggest prize pool of any sport. You know what I mean? Like it'll beat golf some days before too long.
Well, heck, I mean, League of Legends is already $1 million or so. Like the PGA, it's like 1 million and some. So, but I think no, we were just talking about esports catching up with prize pools of real time sports.
Like all the money in it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is like my favorite, one of my more favorite stories this week. I was reading an article. There's this young kid. He's like, so long story short, the day he got his driver's license, he got a slot on it was some European F1 team, F1 racing team, and people were so up against it. But the thing was, when he got in the vehicle, he could drive it, and the reason he could drive it is because he played only racing simulators as a kid, and he had the full cockpits and situation. So he wasn't using a keyboard and mouse or anything. He's using a steering wheel and a clutch, and he had the full setup.
Mhm. Yep.
I wonder how what the old vets must have thought about that. You know what I'm saying? 35-year-olds and shit like that.
They've had to drive cars and go karts and all that starting out and shit like that, dirt bikes.
Uh
And he had a cockpit and AC.
huh. Fucking Fritos Lays in between
Yeah.
laps.
And Coca-Cola or something, you know. He's probably drinking PBR by that time, you know. Beer.
Nah, man, those elite gamer gods, they drinking balls. Just balls. That was clever. Your use of that shapeshift earlier on. That was really clever.
I'm just trying to use my character the best I can. I was really trying to figure something out to polymorph someone into something that's resistant to fire or immune to fire, but there is nothing, I don't think.
Nothing. Nothing. Because it's got to be a beast, unfortunately.
Yeah, which I've seen a giant fire beetle. I was like, okay, that might be immune to fire, but it doesn't say anything about it, so I was like, yeah, probably not. It doesn't show the immunities or anything, so.
No, like if we ever needed to be in a situation like that, it would either like just stand behind either Saphira or Olymp. Because Saphira has natural fires. Actually, I think two of you guys have natural. I think it's Saphira and somebody else has fire resistance right now.
Yeah, it's
I have absorb elements and I can rage, so I could bring it down to like 25%, and Saphira and the other person could, 50% it. It's funny too because the butcher's bib is like it's a really, really good item, and it's an item that like I've done a lot of theory crafting with before. So as soon as Poppa linked the picture, I knew exactly what it was. But Olymp, Olymp doesn't know shit. And when you were bringing up that it might be fire resistance, like contextually, it actually made a lot of sense. So I'm really glad you guys decided to identify, because if asked, I would have had to have ran down that hallway and gotten fucked.
Yeah.
It wasn't a whole lot of damage that you would have taken, but it would have been
All your health.
significant.
Yeah.
I just want to say, the old lady's gonna drop out. She's getting too much anxiety with it, so I just want to let y'all
It's
know
all
that.
good. It's all good.
It's
But
not worth playing a game that brings anxiety.
Yeah, she's gonna watch the
Exactly.
streams though. She likes listening to it.
It would be cool to have her along any way she wants to participate. Appreciate her giving it a try.
Yeah. She tried.
Poppa, since the bib is like wild mount material, so it's not in the campaign. I have a slight preference for using the actual official item. But if you think it's better, I'll just make up like a custom one, or I don't know how you want to do that. If you wanted to, I think that material is already being shared by several of us, so you could just like switch on that checkbox if you wanted as well. But that's all low. It's not important
I
now.
mean, I thought I had it shared, but give me a second. Worst comes to worst, I just add it for you.
Yeah, I mean it's not it's not a big deal. I just wanted to mention it, get it out there in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, it's not even on the list of items to share yet, so I'll just add it to your sheet for you. Give me a second and you can refresh.
You guys will have to let us know. Maybe we do another bowling day here someday soon.
Would love to.
Paul, get you there. Your head looks like a bowling ball.
That's rude.
I love you. It's a handsome bowling ball.
I would definitely use it, Paul.
Oh, not touching that one. Hey. I'm
It's
still
not letting me add it either, so I will create up a custom item and get it on your sheet for next week.
even if you want, I can because there's nothing in that item I don't think that will be able to be automated. I think it's all things I'll need to remember anyways, so I could just
It is, but if the item changes hands for any reason, I'd like to be able to move it between people.
understood. Shafira, work is still going good?
Pretty good.
Good.
I pressed the button.
Do you
Apparently,
find
oh, sorry.
No, you.
Apparently, there's a button and an undo button. There's an undo button.
Oh, there's a forward button? Is it on your
Yeah.
mouse?
Yeah, it's
Which
my It has to do with my push to talk.
Oh, I wish I knew what the forward was. No, I was gonna say I recall at some of your other ones, like there were some bitches there, like at the vet place or whatever. Is there less bitches you got to deal with coworker wise, or
Well, like I said with
Mitch? Don't snitch, whatever she says.
the one gentleman who's just a complete moron and really should not be there, should be fired at this point. But other than that, I work in the room that I'm in, it's mostly men. It's two guys that I work with, and then the room across the hall is one older gentleman and a woman in her 40s. And I generally get along well with people that are a little bit older than me anyway, so it works out pretty well, except for the one douche canoe.
It's always one.
There's always one. He also thought it would be appropriate to, when somebody was having a bad day, I'm going to put it that way, try to squirt them with a squirt gun.
Should punch him.
I really, really want to. When he fell asleep on my van, I was like, get off. I'm going to pick you up on the way home.
This sounds really silly, but I'm pretty sure that squirting a colleague with a squirt gun on the job, if your job has an
No.
HR department, I'm
Not
pretty
a
sure
colleague.
Colleague.
a client.
Yeah.
Is that what you call them, clients?
People we help support.
People you help support. Oh, this fucking guy.
Yeah, you can't do much.
Bring like a souped up pneumatic Nerf gun. Just pow!
Get him back.
Oh, you need nicotine? Here, I'm going to squirt you in the face.
To be super, 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 super clear, he was not successful. There was two of us in the room that stopped him. But again, he has not been fired.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to scarf these last two pieces. I'm starving.
No,
And then we'll get going again.
Go take your time.
But other than that, yes, it's been a lot less drama so far. Like, there's a couple things here and there, but it's not in my room because as much as men are a little bit, in my opinion, at least in this field, they feel a little bit out of place. There's no drama, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, good.
I was actually talking to somebody today that I used to work in the field with, and it's unfortunate in the veterinary field, I mean, but it's unfortunate, but we both agreed that like really soon after we both left the field, like our mental health got so much better.
Absolutely. I totally believe that. I think any healthcare
Sucks.
providers, like be it vet, I mean, granted, I'm sure, I would assume it's worse for human healthcare providers, but just like you're
Yeah.
dealing with sick, like you're dealing with pain and death and dying and hurt and
So my thing is, at least where I am now, and this is what I told the girl that I worked with before, at least where I am now, even if my coworkers don't seem appreciative, I can tell when the guys appreciate me. And that's not like a doubted thing. Yeah.
Olymp, I should have had you do this earlier. Roll me crit damage on the skeleton, please.
And so far, side note, coworkers seem very appreciative, so.
So just a dagger attack. I'll add a dagger to my inventory.
Poppa hit the
Yep.
butt.
I didn't know Poppa had a button. Well, I knew Poppa had a button, not that button. Sorry, I'll go back to being G-rated.
Yeah, I got innocent ears over here. Exactly. I mean, in D&D, I had relations with a bearded dwarf. I mean, I'll never
I
forget.
decided that because I am not vertically gifted, the first con that I ever go to, I'm going to dress up as a beautiful bearded dwarf.
I was gonna say bearded wolf, huh? I think any female who went to any sort of con with a luxurious beard and a faux belt of dwarven kind on their waist would literally be the most adorated female in attendance.
See? I thought it was pretty badass, and especially for a person who considers himself, or for who's non-binary, I think that's perfect. I think that would just be the perfect cosplay.
I've never been to a con. I want to go to one.
Me neither. I want to go so bad.
They have one in Myrtle Beach. That. Wow.
I don't know if you guys ever knew this about old Zori. He can actually do some crazy good costumes. You should put some pictures of some of the stuff you did before
Yes, you should.
up. They're quite impressive. You sold some on a shop front for a minute, didn't you? Or a couple things, yeah.
I also have a niece who does special effects, so I could help recruit her to do the beard.
There you go.
So Papa is pizza now, so get ready to die.
No.
Poppa is
Oh no.
No. Now is our time to strike, friends. His blood is in his stomach, not in his dice rolling hand.
I don't think it matters. The mouse is doing all the work.
All right, so the skeleton has locked eyes with Zephyr. Zephyr is in possession of the book. Olymp has poked at the skeleton once. Where are we going with this?
Yeah, he seemed phased.
Is he just staring, or is he gonna attack?
The skeleton is just staring at Zephyr.
I think he's in some sort of trance from that book.
I would like to let me
Zephyr, just an experiment. Give him the book back.
Saphira, it seemed like it was quite difficult for him to do it once. I don't know if we want to
have to recreate this.
Just
So
move it around. See what he does.
I'd like to investigate the skeleton, looking over him for any sort of weapons or tools or books, rings, amulets, wands, all of these things.
Go ahead and give me an investigation. You see that he's wearing a robe. And that he is staring at Zulfir in the book.
Freckle, you should disrobe this fool. Perhaps tie him up. I feel as though he is subdued momentarily, but I do not like his disposition. He creeps me out.
Freckle was hearing this with all the many voices in his head. He's just thinking to himself, this BDSM rat is telling me to unrobe the skeleton.
And tie him up, yes, hog tie him.
He has a dagger and he has a bib on.
Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
Why are you kink shaming the rat?
I'm not. I didn't say I was against it.
No, that's not even what I clicked.
Yeah, performance.
And that wasn't much better.
And
Oh.
collectively, we're all talking to Poppa the whole time. So yeah, it's getting real dirty.
Olymp, just because of your proximity and the fact that you are kind of searching while this happens, you hear the skeleton whisper a word of power, and Zulfir, I need another intelligence saving throw, please. At disadvantage. Listen, you decided that you wanted to step inside the circle, or step out of the circle. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Oh no.
There's not many good words of power.
Oh, Roll20's got to think about this one. 20 points of psychic damage, and you are incapacitated. Knowing that the spell took hold, the skeleton reaches out a single hand and plucks the book from your fingers, places it back on the plinth, and begins reading through it again.
Okay. Interesting.
Olymp reverts to Olymp. And power shifts to a bear. Big old black bear rages.
I
I
can
don't.
only do one of those at a time, so if we're going to do this, I'm going to ask everybody to go into initiative, please.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
Hold on before you do that, please. Please. I'm not trying to tell you how to play your character or anything. Just hold up for a sec. I would like to check under the rug just to make sure there's not a rune or anything before we get this started.
He's fucking Zelfir up bad. That was a. All right.
He's
Well,
gonna,
either way,
he's gonna
so
fuck all of us up.
Frecule, in character, you have time because so what you say, and it's just like what Poppa pointed out. You would have first seen me like revert back to Olymp, looking pissed, right? But it would take like 6 seconds, so that's more than enough time. Like, so if
Yeah, Zelfir got super battered all of a sudden, and apparently Olymp is reacting to this. Frank, you have enough time to kick up the rug and leave it unfurled before we enter initiative. And you see nothing under the rug except more dust.
as you
Do
kick
I
it
have
up,
time to put my hunter's mark on the skeleton?
If memory serves, you should look at your antlers.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna just cast Hunter's Mark on the skeleton.
All right.
Oh no, she pushed the button or did push the button.
Do you want the Hunter's Mark now, or do you want it later?
Later. It's just an application. The damage comes when you make attacks.
I'm trying to zoom back in, and then I'll get an initiative. Hang on.
Gotcha, okay. Imagine if you didn't have those con bonuses from everything that's going on with these up here. All right, Saphira, you have the initiative.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna back up to the back of the room, give myself as much room as I can, and I am going to fire at the skeleton.
Give me 2 Hunter's Marks. Beautiful. 6, 19, 27 damage to the studious skeleton. The skeleton unmoving and unhindered as the arrows strike into its back. The force explosions tearing away pieces of the cloak that it wears.
And that'll
Right.
be it.
So he took no damage? That's what you're saying?
Oh no, he took damage.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, because I didn't see anything happen. All right. We need to get his attention onto me. I'm thinking. I'm going to. All right, so I'm gonna move. Oh God. I want to move here. That should give me advantage, correct?
Yes.
And I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt. That'd be one of my packs. Alright.
Hitting. Doing a strong 25 damage.
Nice.
That lightning arcs over the surface of the robes that it wears, and you see it arc into the vacant eyes, but no reaction from the skeleton still. Any bonus?
I mean, I guess I could make an unarmed strike, huh? Yeah, I'll make an unarmed strike.
I think you need to have made a Yeah, it needs the preceding attack needs to be an unarmed strike or a monk weapon attack
Ooh.
to make the bonus unarmed.
No, I don't have any other bonus then. It's the only bonus I have. And then I'll just move away then. No. I'm about to say, I'm just gonna stay right there. I'll stay right there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying there. I changed my mind, so fear damn.
Our Chihuahua is a frog, apparently.
A frog, huh?
The skeleton, unhindered and unaffected, seemingly by the spells and attacks that have been made against it, begins to utter words as it drags one finger across the book, reading specific lines, and produces from its belt an hourglass with a very shimmering dust inside of it. Olymp, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
I think I failed.
I think you did.
That was very serious.
Papa's tired tonight. I appreciate you running us, Mitch.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so tired, but yes, I am very tired tonight.
Excuse me?
You take 10d12 necrotic damage for 77, or with any resistances, 36.
8, 9, 6. No.
No, 38.
Oh my lord. This book must be something serious.
The brown bear is instantly gone, and Olymp seems unharmed otherwise.
Additionally, if it were not for your current undead state, you could feel as if time was being stolen from you. It wasn't, but if you
Roger.
were not undead, it would have been. And the skeleton returns to reading the book. Sophia.
Self, just real quick as a reaction to that, Olymp would have said, Grutch, don't get hit by it.
You would see the hourglass that it had produced splinter into a fine dust as the incantation finished and the effects hit Olin. Yeah, 25 will definitely hit.
Nice, guys.
Very nice.
Oof.
The dual witch bolts hitting from either side, you can see the skeleton's form begin to disintegrate away as it continues its reading of the book. Olymp.
So Olymp will make a I don't do this too often. I should do it more, but I'll make a two-handed attack with the banner spear.
Hitting.
So I think there's an extra 2 that gets added on that damage. I think it's
When the
now.
damage comes through, we'll have a look.
Oh, I don't know why that. It was 6 + 4 on my end.
Yeah, it's on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't know why it didn't come through.
Oh, it's all good.
So-
So 10 + 2 is 12. Yes.
Yeah, because I get half my proficiency in human form attacks, and then I'm just reading it right now. It's like
Well, you're
it's-
also raging, correct?
No, because I didn't have the tempo to rage because it was a bonus
Gotcha.
action. So I was polymorph, or I was shape changed, but not raging. Something happens when I hit it with my thing, though. Right now, doesn't it? It must make a Dex
Dex saving
saving
throw.
throw.
It will automatically fail that.
Okay, it's now restrained. Saphira, it's an easy target. And I'll end my turn.
Wasn't it still sitting at the desk otherwise?
It's more easy.
I have a question about a spell, so I'm gonna display. So it says the spell's magic ends on the piece of ammunition when it hits or misses, and the spell ends when 12. So is it saying that it ends on the 12th one, whether it, like, because I don't understand.
So you cast the spell on your quiver.
Yep.
12 of the arrows in your quiver, when drawn, turn into flame arrows, gaining the flame damage.
Okay. So I am going to cast that.
Are you using your rending arrows or are you using normal arrows?
Normal arrows.
You clicked Cure Wounds by mistake.
Oopsie. So that would be my action for that turn, correct?
It would be yes, but the damage doesn't come until you actually use the arrow.
Okay.
So for the next hour, the next 12 pieces of ammunition will have the fire damage added.
Okay.
Very cool. You have Witch Bolt going. Are you continuing it?
I do have one more spell slot, but I don't know if I want to use that shit.
Witch Bolt automatically continues and automatically hits if you maintain channeling on it.
Oh, really? Does it continue using a spell slot? Or
It's one. It's
Oh,
one spell slot for essentially 10 attacks as long as it hits.
oh,
And you don't drop concentration.
okay, yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it again, definitely. Why wouldn't I?
Automatically hits, so just roll me the damage.
Oh,
Perfect. So as you maintain the concentration on your Witch Bolt, you see the lightning start to arc through the chest of the skeleton. Its head raises and it lets out a wail as it disintegrates into oblivion.
Oh, be careful. Be careful, Zophier.
Zelfir, roll me a intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh god.
It wouldn't kill you. We haven't seen it. Doesn't. I don't think it has that.
I don't think you
You made the save.
just made a save. Okay, now you gotta read it, Zophier. You done all that work?
You are out of initiative, yes.
Zelfir, that book had better be damned powerful. No, I was worried about you, Zelfir. You seem to be bleeding from the nose and ears a little bit.
You look like Olymp used to.
Frecule, that was rather hurtful.
Now that we're out of combat, I have an important, a really, really important question. Does Olymp still have the dagger taped to his forehead?
That is a great question. I would like to know that as well. No, don't use anything. I have that that dung wrap Olymp gave me from earlier. You're welcome to have it, Zolfir. You know that little thing he made with his herbs in the field?
Yes, Zelfir, this is
He did, but you're gonna. I mean,
this is
take
the
it or
only
leave
thing.
it.
There's nothing else possible to heal you, my friend.
You could try my druid water.
No, this is poet karate. Zelfir, don't be afraid of its looks.
I'm
What
gonna hand him this smelly leaf with something on it. There you go, Zolfir.
A little bit is smeared in your pocket,
Yeah.
Freck.
Just
It
don't.
is very. I spent the whole afternoon making this for you, Grutz.
Just hold your nose like this, and then just eat it. It'll help.
It's just a potion of healing worth of healing.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And you're gonna smell like shit and fungus for the next few days.
While he's eating it, Olymp tries to sneakily cast Healing Word as well.
Wait, eating it?
Wait,
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
If he's
I told him it was topical. I said it was topical.
did Zelfir eat it?
Yeah.
No, Olymp
Oh.
wouldn't.
No, Zelfir, you weren't here. I told Frecule it is topical.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna-
at this point, Frecule and Olymp roll me persuasion, and Zelfir roll me a
Oh, no.
wisdom save.
Is it persuasion? Okay. Oh, I got a 20.
With the nat 20, you will be able to choose if you believe Frecule or Olymp.
Yo, don't believe Frecule's trickster ass. He's got a hole in his chest where his heart should be. It's got a floating death crystal.
I still have a heart. I have actually 2. Okay.
Expertise.
I'm gonna offer Zelfir one of my druid waters.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So yes, it is a topical solution, Zelfir.
So right now you're at 13 from the salve and the
It
healing
won't
word.
do much to it won't do much to heal those psychic wounds that you took, but it will bolster your spirit and make you smell of trodden on shit.
Hmm. We don't know. You're the first one to try it.
I'm so glad you asked. There it is.
That's actually not bad.
That's a raider's item, dude. You gotta bring a full stack of those to the raid or you don't get in. And there's no time limit there. How many of these do we have?
4 more now. You could have bought a bunch of them, but
We could go back to Vichy's Bazaar.
Oh, he's He's gonna give a shit. I know that. Especially me, because I was the one talking shit about him. Fella.
When you are the apex predators, you need not pay mind to all pleasantries.
For some reason, Owen reminds me of a Transformer.
If my understanding of this word is correct, I mean, I do. I go from a
You do
man to
transform.
yes. So I think you are right, Frecule.
All right, what's next? Group. I didn't know what you were doing. I didn't know. You already have the book in your hand. Yeah, I want to investigate.
That is correct. And
I'm gonna
this plinth
investigate
is
this
now
desk.
empty of anything else. So,
Okay.
Frecule, go ahead and investigate the bookshelf like you had mentioned. Sphere, give me an investigation for the other shelf. Frecule, as you're going through, you see bits and bobs in all the drawers, different it looks like reagents and various different potion making supplies, but you're not sure what they are or what they could be used for. And the books on the top shelf are all in a script that you are unfamiliar with. Saphira, with your 14, you see much the same as Frecule, some alchemy reagents in the cabinet. But of note, on the top is a journal or diary that's flipped open to a very specific page.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna see what it says. I'm gonna look at it.
You look at the page and you see that it is a map of the temple. It's going to get bright in here, guys.
Oof.
Aha.
The lighting, there's certain bits of the lighting where the shadows kind of.
I don't think I'm supposed to see all that. Oh, okay. So I can see outside the walls and everything.
Mitch, you've got a couple of things on the map layer that you wanted on the GM layer, I think.
Yeah, but there's stuff to our right. I don't know if we needed to know that.
It's fine. We're all
Oh, the statues? Yeah, don't worry about that.
we're pro gamers enough to just ignore it. So some
Grut. Something just occurred
I
to
would
me.
share that with everybody, by the way.
Frecule, you said you didn't trust the man who sent us on this hunt, didn't you?
Yes. No
He's
one believes me, but
looking
yes.
right the whole time.
It just
What
occurred.
if the man? Yeah. Oh.
It seems strange all this devilry be built into this temple. These fortifications could not be put up in a short amount of time. He made it seem as though his identity theft, his replacement by this evil man, had just happened.
Do we know it's not the same guy though? Could be the same guy.
Or what if he was the doppelganger?
Yeah, that's something we have to deal with, I guess, get there. But what if it was
Nothing
him?
quick.
I mean, they
I-
seem to run the world. You know what I'm saying? So
Girls and puppets, we run the world.
Grut, I fear we may have landed once more in the spider's web in coming to this place.
Is this door open?
I agree.
I mean, you could drag him out there yourself, but yeah, here's Big Bag. It's all good, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. Yes, all of the doors are now open to you, uh, except for other things.
Poppa, the new buffs you gave to my spear made me so happy. You took away my bear's health, you took away the half my proficiency reduction to that damage, and you took away my 2 temporary HP, and that was all you took away from me.
what do you think we should do? Should we keep going this way or go back the other way?
Do we know that we can face him without everyone else?
Moreover, have we yet divined a way through the threshold?
Maybe the book Zephyr got could help us.
One of the things that I can see on the map, Papa, is like is objects in rooms as well as markings on floor. Like I can see
Indeed,
is that something that we have knowledge right now because of that document? Or
indeed, everything is revealed to you with that map.
okay.
It seems as though there's another entrance to that main chamber just to our north. However, it seems here there is some sort of magical defense. I dare not tread on it.
I agree.
We could try throwing arms at it. Yes, and throw their arms at their own traps so that they may burn. Now enough frivolities, Gruts. Shall we continue?
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot all about that. Actually, you had a little bit more healing than that, Zephyr. You actually had like 2 more points of healing. 4 more points of healing, additionally to the first 4. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate it. It's a lot to take in, but I love it.
Yeah,
And I'll try to.
it's a double-bladed sword with the artifact weapons. Is they make for a really personalized experience, but it's more to keep track of.
Gruts. I would rather examine this chamber to our south, which seems to have a big deposit of treasure, rather than the rooms to our east, which seems to be some sort of bedeviling puzzle mechanism. My brain is not built for bedeviling puzzle mechanisms.
And traps. I'm gonna open the door right here. Push and pull.
Door opens. You see in front of you the 5 statues in individual alcoves, as well as a gilded golden chest in the center of the room. The statue in the northeast side of the room is holding a pot in an outstretched hand.
Do any of the statues here seem to be looking at us?
Roll perception. They appear to have dead eyes, gazing forward as they were sculpted.
Okay.
As Meatbag traverses the room, going from statue to statue, there appears to be no movement, no change.
I have about half of mine left. I don't think it would cover all of these.
Mm-hmm. What is the other one holding down here to the southeast?
An apple.
Alright, I'm gonna fill that one with water.
You fill the pot with water, and there's no change to the statue.
This one that Olim's close to, that's holding some sort of lantern,
Yes,
is it lightable?
it is not lit.
But it is lightable. I'll produce flame.
You do so, and the lantern ignites in a fiery fury.
Okay,
But there is no change to the statues.
we have a book, right? And then we have an apple, and then we have a lion. We have to read. That's what you're saying. Eating an apple.
I remember as a child, actually, a bard was taken as a slave from one village. He told the tale of the extra element. This is what you mean,
Nice reference, Olymp.
right? Well, that was
Not what I was
part
going
of
for.
that.
Okay, I'll read my book here, I guess. My spell book. I'm just gonna read through the spells and cantrips. Yes, I've it's a lot. And they all have similar but different names.
Most of them are relevant.
Wait, there's one that's undiscovered. Sorry.
Oh fuck, we're gonna have. Oh, we fucked up our playthrough. We gotta start
Gotta
over.
restart checkpoint.
How far back are we going? The escape?
No. Did this statue do anything after I read the book, my book?
There's no change to the statue. However, you realize that the book that the Nightwalker has given you is in a script that you are unfamiliar with, but you have no trouble reading it.
Okay. It's reading. Um
It is a player interactable item. Should be. Yes, it is. As you remove the pot, you see the arm fall to the side of the statue.
Okay, I'll try to take the book.
I'll take the apple.
The book and the apple are stationary in the statue's hands, sculpted as the rest of the statues are.
Yeah, this one is a different color and everything. Uh,
What's going on with this chest?
wait. The lion doesn't have anything.
Right, and he's like looking at the door.
I mean,
As you put the pot in front of the lion statue tilts forward, taking the pot in its mouth, picking it up and letting the water flow into its mouth, and you hear a clicking sound.
try the chest. Maybe.
Zelfier, might you use your mental prowess to lift the chest?
Hmm.
I just think it might be more prudent to do it this way.
As Olympus.
I did not catch it. What's the
I
perception?
did not mean to. I'm sorry.
You see that the statues are very, very shiny. That the chest is made out of a similar material. Hi, Crystal.
Did it come from the chest or did it come from the lion?
It did come from the chest. It came from the chest. Meatbag does so, and as the chest opens, there's no resistance, and there's a slight smell of musky agedness coming from the chest. No explosions, no arcane energies, just the chest.
I guess we'll peek into it.
Yeah, no, I'll say it right now. You guys saw the living statues. There was a trap if you went and did the wrong thing, but you figured it out. Good job. You're better than first graders. You see a collection of books and scrolls and unsorted documents, many of which bear the symbol of a minotaur on them. You become quite familiar with it. It's plastered all over the temple. But of note, you see one that is labeled Journal of Agos Basque. Flipping through, you see general entries about sermons and attendance at the temple, different thoughts that he's having, correspondence that he's made with different members of the Brotherhood across the lands. But of note is the final entry that says simply, "They're coming for me, and I don't know what to do." No, it's just a repository of personal effects. Don't get me wrong, you can always take a closer look if you like.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, same.
What are we looking for?
I want to look through those scrolls. I mean, I probably didn't get anything. I just want to see if there's anything. Scroll that would benefit me or my curses or anything, you know. I don't think we're gonna find anything, but
I mean, y'all know how to read, and there are some spell scrolls in there. You have one that is find traps, one that is detect thoughts, one that is arcane eye. Zelfir, you would be familiar enough with the weave to understand that these are all divination magics.
Is there anything in anything other than the map and the journal that I have?
The map journal, no, that's the only thing.
Okay.
I'll take the detect traps. That could help us with the runes.
Remember that spell scrolls you will need material components for.
That's true.
Arcane eye, detect thoughts, and detect traps. If you have a spell scroll, you can cast the spell. So we're a little bit after 9:30 here, guys. Got a little bit left to this, so we'll come back next week, hopefully with a full group to finish this out. I'm sorry it was so slow in the beginning. I really was not feeling myself. I don't know why, but I appreciate you sticking with me.
Thank you so much. It was a
So,
great session.
Every time.
You bring 100% every time, and it's okay if you. Me too.
Well, I appreciate you guys' time, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, all.
Good night.